Which media are you with?
I am an independent journalist from
Yeah,
Japan.
no, thank you very much.
Yes.
I have to ask. Thank you.
Thanks. Things that we can do on our daily basis, it's influencing them. It's impact. So although they look big, our fighting back actually means a lot.
Ezra Levant here for Rebel News. On our first day in Davos, I was sitting with our team in a cafeteria of a supermarket, which we've been using as our remote office. And a young lady approached Avi Yamini out of the blue, saying she was inspired by Avi's journalism last year, so now she's become a citizen journalist this year. Her name is Masako, and she joins me now. Great to see you. Thanks very much for coming on my show.
I'm so honored to meet you and your team.
Well, you're very kind and you've been very flattering. I was blown away when you came over to Avi and said that he inspired you. I mean, a lot of people watch Avi's videos. He's very entertaining and he has a very strong point of view. But for you to actually fly all the way from Japan to Switzerland, that's a very long way. And you brought your camera gear and you've been doing real journalism. That's an incredible transformation from a viewer to a journalist, isn't it?
Yes, because you spread the courage, and I wanted to wake Japanese people up, and then I wanted to create this big circle. So I thought, why don't I go there? And I came.
Well, that's such a wonderful story. I find that so heartwarming, and you're so lovely as a person. So as soon as you introduced yourself, I started following you on Twitter, and you have quite a large Twitter following. Now, I don't understand everything in Japanese, although Twitter can translate it. But I started watching your journalism, and let me just show some of our viewers. Here's a story you did talking to one of the VIP drivers that they only chauffeur the VIPs around in regular gas-powered cars, not in electric cars. Here, let's take a quick look at that.
What kind of people do you drive for?
I cannot say.
Okay, I understand.
VIP too.
I saw Uber cars.
Yes.
On the side, it says 100 electricity.
That's right.
Yes.
All Tesla and all electricity, because here they need without gas or without petrol, only electricity to drive here with Uber. Yes, I know that.
What about your car?
My car is normal because for VIP I cannot drive electricity auto.
Electricity cars, for example, Tesla. Sometimes it like an accident or if there is no electricity.
It's very dangerous because I locked out if you have some problem over the brand out. That's a big problem with the Tesla. But now almost all they are from Tesla here.
Well, Masako, I thought that was a very interesting video. And you know what it said? The fact that you weren't just interested in talking to the big shots and the VIPs, that you wanted to hear from ordinary working people too. See, Davos is about the elites and the billionaires and the oligarchs. But the fact that you took the time to talk to one of the many people, almost like a servant or an employee, I was impressed by that. And you made some real news. That was very interesting.
Thank you very much. I started to realize like what local people think about this event. And actually I found a house with a sign saying that, wow, this looks like corruption. This is what corruption looks like. It's a house located on 3rd floor and it's got a sign in English. So, maybe local people have a different opinion. So I decided to approach many people. And then I bumped into a driver.
Just the very fact that you chose that story sets you apart from the New York Times and the Washington Post, who are only here to massage powerful people. So you talk to ordinary people, which is amazing, but you actually managed to find the elusive boss of the World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab, who I don't think he walks on these streets like a mere mortal. You got him outside his hotel going to dinner, and I want to play this video for our viewers because it is so telling. Here, take a look at Masako, who found Klaus Schwab, that's amazing, put a question to him, and then got him to make an incredible statement. Take a look at this.
Chairman Schwab, I'm from Japan. May I ask
From?
you for? I'm from Japan,
Yeah?
and may I ask you for a comment?
No,
We're on our way to the next thing. We're a bit late.
I
but
can
thank
just
you.
walk with
Thank
you and then ask
I
questions.
think we're gonna rush actually. But thank you. Thanks very much.
Which media are you with?
I am an independent journalist from
Yeah,
Japan.
no, thank you very
Yeah,
much.
yes.
I have
And-
to ask. Thank
but-
you.
Thank you.
But I wanted to ask just one question.
Masako, he would not answer a substantive question, but the way he dismissed you when you said you were independent, he sort of laughed and immediately turned his back on you, showed his contempt for ordinary people, his contempt for journalists who might ask him a question he's not prepared for, and that basically he views the world as friends and enemies. Friends are people who pay him to be here. Enemies are anyone else. That's what I took away from your video. So although you didn't actually get to put a question to him, he gave you a stunning answer. That's what I thought.
Yes, I was waiting outside of a hotel with Japan Night, an event that one of the popular events during this Davos conference was held. And so I was standing outside for 3 hours and I finally found him, encountered him. And one thing I learned the most from this encounter is that I could feel he is aware of our resistance. Yes, and the way he turned and then he was like hurrying up to his car, and I think he shut his ears and shut his mouth, and I felt like he wanted to go to his world from the real world.
His world where he can keep out people like you and me.
Yes, that's what I felt. So actually, it was encouraging me for this experience because our voices, like our things that we can do on our daily basis, it's influencing them. It's impact. So although they look big, our fighting back actually means a lot. Yeah.
I tell you, your answers have been so inspirational. I'm so happy you're here. I'm delighted to follow you on Twitter, and we'll put on this website where people can follow you. And I would encourage everyone to follow Masako. And if the tweet is in Japanese, you can just click the button that says translate so you can get the English translation. But you also retweet other things in English, and there is your original journalism on there. It's only been a couple of days, but I already feel like Masako is a friend and an ally, don't you? What a pleasure. Thank you for your kind words of support. And most importantly, thank you for showing courage and by leading by example. I've really enjoyed getting to know you. Nice to meet you, and safe journey home.
Thank you very much, and I appreciate your great work.
Wow. There it is, another citizen journalist from all the way across the world. That's our report for now. See all of our work at wefreports.com.